Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We review anything and everything. Today we're getting into two pouch organization systems, both from the same company. This is from Viperade. Let me turn this around so you can see it right side up. This right here is the Viperade VE18-S. The S stands for small. So link's gonna be in the description down below. It's gonna look kind of like that on the website, VE18S. And there's a VE18 without the S, which is slightly bigger. And this right here is the VE15. It's not gonna say small next to it, but it's a smaller version than this one. So I'm just taking a look at these right now, but they make their whole own line of different pouches, from small pouches like this, which are wallet size, to even larger ones that are a lot bigger. And check them out if it's something that you are in the market for. So let's just kind of unbox these real quick. Now, both of these have the moniker of being tactical equipment. That is, I guess, their theme. I was semi-interested in a organization system, pocket organization system. If I wanted to organize certain things I have in my pocket, and in addition to that, carry more. From what I did the research of, both of these are two of the smaller ones. I think there are other variations of similar size, smaller ones that have different pocket configurations. But for the most part, I think these are two of the smallest ones that they have. So just going over the pockets real quick. On this side, and I'll go over them at the same time. I'm gonna just call this the 18S for short and the 15 for short. So on the 18S, you have this side pocket here, and you have a slip-in pocket here at the top. The Velcro is for you attaching patches. And here you just have the side pocket here on the 15. So in that aspect, you can see the similarities and the differences there. On this side here, there's nothing on the 15, which is why you get its more slender profiles by a little bit, not by a lot. And this one, you have a top mounting pocket to drop things in from the top here. And that essentially becomes its main pocket, where for the 15, this is its main pocket. On the top of the 18S, you have the two little loops that you can attach things to. On the 15, you have this type of loop, which is often seen on things like backpacks or whatever. You could probably put a one of those kind of carabiner clips on here. This one, you could put a carabiner clip, but it'll be a little more lopsided, but you could also then put two separate things on here. Coming around to this side here, they both have these kind of little loops that you can put something in that has like a clip. You got the 3 holes, 1, 2, 3. You got the same on this one. There's the 18S, there's the 15. And they both have the 2 front pockets, though, the slide-in pockets here, but this one has the 3rd one on the 18S. Now, these 2 front ones here, they're similar, but this one's pocket here is a little larger in the 15 than on the 18S, because obviously you can see the 18S has that stitching there. And even though this is not as wide by a little bit, it's still enough to where this drop-in sliding pocket is bigger than that one. But that's fine, because this one has a larger drop-in pocket, which is supposed to accommodate smaller cell phones and those little notebooks that don't have like a backing on them, like not the tiny ones that have like a thick, I've reviewed on channel before, one that has like a thick cover and back cover, but ones that are almost like very like flimsy type, and you can slide them in here. So that's what that's supposed to accommodate. I don't know if you'll use it in that way, but that's essentially the pocket lineup for both of these. So a few items that you might want to put in them. So I have a multi-tool on hand, and I want to bring out a slimmer multi-tool that is also very common. This is the Leatherman Wave. This right here is the SQT. I forget the amount of tools that's in it, but it's almost like a Wave clone. I have this is what mostly like these things are used for. Like I said, they're tactical. So with that being said, some people will put these kind of things in it. So I will show that difference of these items being in it, along with a miniature flashlight and just a generic pen. Sometimes you might have a more fancier pen to go in it, but this will suffice to simulate that same thing. Matter of fact, I am going to pull out a slightly more fancier pen. As a Parker pen. It's not nothing over the top. You just run you like $10 just because it's a little smaller. And I didn't realize, I thought that the regular big pen and that were the same size. They are not. So first what we're going to do is jam pack this one with a few things, and I'm not going to try every single thing. I'm going to try, because I already tested it out a little bit on what fits and what doesn't. And for the most part, this one right here, you'd prefer to use something like the Armbar Slim. The Armbar Drive Slim fits a lot better on this because there's a big difference in the width for the Armbar Drive Slim versus the regular Armbar. Now, these type of tools, to the best of my knowledge, will not fit in this. Definitely that won't. Let me see if the Wave does. And I think that if it was gonna fit, you would put this side in instead, but being that I got this clip here, let me see, I take this out easy. Yes, it should come out right out. And take that off and see, will this accommodate this on here? And no, and it's such a tight squeeze that even if I could, it just wouldn't be worth it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, I will throw it on that side that fits on this one right here. This is the 18S. Let me put this clip back in because it obviously doesn't help it not being in when it comes to fitting in these things. This right here can be accommodated in the 18S as well. And you can lift this up to put the clip on the outside of that and then slide it into the second hole area there. This is the kind of thing that could go right on here if you wanted to. And what's great about this type of flashlight here is comes right off, so you could just leave it attached like that. So that would be probably a setup that a person might enjoy. Or you could instead, let me first throw, now you got this side over here, you could throw that there, and the pen fits in here pretty well because the pen is actually smaller than your regular standard size pen. So that fits in there pretty well. Whereas this right here, it'll fit, but it sticks up a lot higher. So you can see that difference. Now, you would obviously have space still in there, and you would still have space in here. But keep in mind that the way this is here with this multi-tool in here, you're really taking up a good amount of space in there. So we probably wouldn't have something like flat in there. I mean, you could put some cards in there, but you know, they might, it's not impossible that they won't get a little bent. This pocket seems free from the stress of the multi-tool being in there at all. So that doesn't seem to be like an issue using that in there. And let's try to get this off. This clip is so small, it makes it hard to take off. Let's see about this one fitting in this. So this is the smaller pouch, and obviously a smaller pen like this size works better on this type of pouch, to be honest with you, because the regular size pen just sits up a little too high. It still will fit in your pocket nicely, but it still does fit, raise up a little too high. The Slim, like I said, fits in there. I already showed that. This one right here, the regular arm bar, it can do it. It's a tight squeeze on this smaller one, on the 15. I don't find that to be very comfortable because at that point, it does take a little bit of strain on here. You can put coins in here, but other than that, it does really kind of bulk out in here a bit. It's not that bad, but still. For that, unless you need the extra tools that are on here, you could just use the Slim and it takes up a lot less space, as already demonstrated. And that's for the most part really about it. I'm not gonna stretch this video out longer than what it is, but consider these or any of their other ones. If you are interested, link's gonna be in the description for these. And from that point, you should be able to just scan, break off into the rest of their items, which should be connected to it, or even just clicking on the brand name itself under the purchaser, and it will open up their sub store on Amazon of Viperade. As always, you guys, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.